Hey, dope people. It's your girl Paisley. I'm the Mindset Makeover Maven and the Dope Life Movement Creator. And we are here with another episode of Sippin and Soul Speak. So grab whatever it is that you're sipping on, come on in, and make sure you drop your heart emojis down below if you are joining us live. And if you are catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2 in the comments down below because we want to know what you're sipping on. So come on in the room. That time. Hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay. I'm like, is she saying something? All right. So you guys know I am Paisley, the Mindset Makeover Maven and the Dope Life Movement Creator.
And I am Tammy of Party Diva Events, the Chief Design Diva.
You know, she always got to tilt her head to the side when she say that, and all that good stuff.
My diva pose. It's,
her look away.
You see me.
You see me.
You see me. You see me.
So guys, you know what to do. If you have never joined us on Sippin and Soul Speak before, when you come on in the room, you drop your heart emojis down below. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2 in the comments down below. And then comment in the box. Tell us what you're sipping on because
we want to know. That part.
So you know, I have a me and my cousin had this conversation the other day, but it was prompted by a Facebook post, right? So the Facebook post said that if you I want to make sure I get it right because it's so funny.
I'm so scared what is about to be said.
Don't be scared, girl. Don't be scared. So it said, it's so disrespectful to order double shots when someone who hasn't seen you in 2 years offers you a drink.
I don't understand. Like,
it does not compute, right? It's disrespectful. Well, so I'm like, and you know, I find it so funny, right? Because people have different opinions. They feel differently about different things or whatever. So, right, Michelle Taylor, who said that?
Michelle Taylor, but you ain't tell us what you sipping on.
Michelle Taylor on the West Coast, she might be sipping on water right now. So yes, come on in the room. So yes, I thought that was so funny, right? So, but what I thought was even funnier, right? Because I know y'all my people. Because you know how I know y'all my people? Because y'all over here like says who, right? Because that's what I was like, huh? But a lot of people were in the comments saying, yeah, true, whatever. Like they were co-signing like a mug, right? So I was sitting back and I'm reading these comments and I'm like, and there was one person that was kind of like what? So I said, my response was, if I order double shots, then I'm ordering double shots, right? Don't offer and then monitor my order.
Right, like, oh, I'm gonna take you out to eat, but you have to eat these things here.
Right, like you come, you take me to McDonald's.
But you know what? Sometimes you need to know your friends both ways, because honestly, if I am a double shot drinker, I'm a double shot drinker, and most of my friends would know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. Like if you know your friends, you know your friends. Even if I haven't
tell you why
years,
it doesn't compute, right? Because don't offer. Like if you can't afford it, just say that.
Or buy me what you want me to have. Hey, can I?
No, don't do that. Please? Don't do that, because then you're gonna be mad because you're gonna waste your money. I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking that real liquor.
I'm not drinking them strong drinks. I'm not drinking no Henny, so you could have saved your money.
Yeah, you know, you in there like holding your chest and feeling like you need to call the fire department. No, I'm not doing that. So, but my thing was, it was so funny to me because like legit, I was like, So I'm ordering double shots of Clase Azul. You got me a nah. You know?
But even if you order, even if you offer to buy someone some like a drink and they do a shot, but if they do premium, that's the same of doing a double shot of some regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just think what I think is disrespectful is for you to offer me something and then tell me what I have to get. Right? So if your concern is what am I drinking, right? Then you should ask that. You should come in and say, hey, what you drinking, right? Because what you're drinking doesn't say as I'm buying you anything. It just says what you're drinking.
Interesting. What are you drinking?
What you drinking? So if you walk in and you say, hey, what you drinking? And I tell you I'm drinking Clase Azul double shots, then you now have the option to decide.
Wait, back up though. Michelle says it's tacky. It's tacky to order 2 shots, or is it tacky to say?
It's tacky to monitor somebody's drink order after you offer them.
No, I was trying to figure out where she was, you know, because she could be thinking.
Well, she was the one who says who, right? So
okay.
So yeah, so I'm sitting back I'm like word, say word, like come on, man.
Word.
And this what we doing?
Give me a double shot and a sidecar.
No. And so here's what's so funny, right? I'm sitting here and forgot to get my glass of what I'm drinking on. Yes, so I'm gonna leave the party diva to tell you what she drinking on, okay. And then I'm gonna go grab mine.
Okay, because it's Halloween, I thought that I would put mine in a very spooky cup. So there you have it. I am sipping on tea that I brewed. It is a mint peach tea that I brewed with mint leaves. So yeah, I'm drinking.
Oh, you fancy.
You see my skull, this is for my Halloween theme, you know?
Oh, she is the party diva, y'all. She be having all that stuff. I'll be like, just bring it over and take it back when you go, because I don't want all that stuff. It's so cute when she set it up. It's cute.
It's rainbow.
It's cute.
Right.
You know I ain't gonna have not one of those in my house that's gonna stay, but it's cute.
Right.
So what she does is she'll bring it over and she'll set it up all cute, and then I pack it up and let her take it back home with her.
I have a whole cabinet full of cutesy glasses, unicorns, disco balls, everything that I'm the only person that drinks out of.
I got these. I am the dopest glasses. Look, created and curated by the party diva herself. But yeah, I got these and plain glasses.
And what are you sipping on?
So
a double shot of what?
Clase Azul.
But a double shot. Y'all have been warned. Y'all have been warned. So a double shot.
And you know, I get it, right? Because I feel you, right? So I kind of understand that, you know, sometimes you offer somebody something and they're gonna get the most expensive whatever, and they don't usually drink that. But don't offer me drinks and monitor my order. I'm not with it. So let me tell you, struggles of living alone, right? Why is my dress not zipped up?
Oh,
because I can't reach it.
You know, but I was like, I'm feeling. I could. Back in the day, I could.
My arms ain't that long.
No, my arms were really well, they are still really long. They just got a little more meat up on them. But I used to be able to get anything zipped because my arms were so long. And now I guess, you know, I have stopped stretching and all that other good stuff. But they don't zip up mine. And I'll stand around like, hey, can you get me in the back? Thank you, neighbor.
Yeah, not my neighbor. No, thank you, neighbor. No.
That hey boo wasn't for a neighbor. That hey boo because I saw Steve.
No, so yeah, guys. So yeah, come on in the room. It's Sippin and Soul Speak. I'm sipping on a double shot of Clase Azul. Cheers.
And I'm drinking on mint tea. Whoa. Cheers.
So there's no drink. There's no brew in there. There's no. It's just she be setting me up, y'all. She be having me sitting out here sipping on double shots. And she over here sipping on tea.
Drink water, wine, and anything in between. I'm saving up all my liquor things for this weekend. It's Halloween. Mm-mm.
And this is the reposado.
Okay. Soup, organic. Hold on. What was that?
Organic sweet beets.
Oh, okay.
So Stephanie, that would work if it wasn't a zipper. It's an invisible zipper, right? Stephanie said I need a metal hanger. That would work if it
I
were
was
one
sitting
of
here
those
like,
zippers
I'm
that
like, what's
had
the hanger for?
the thing in it. You know, this zipper doesn't even have one of those. I don't have metal hangers anyway. I can't stand them. But
Wait, I need you to understand how confused I was over here. I'm like, oh, she needs a hanger? Like, what is happening?
I need her to be here now, y'all. Jackie Craig is in the building. She lying over there talking about she's sipping on water. I don't believe it.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Michelle says she's gonna be off in 15 minutes. She's gonna drink with us then.
Yes.
And
double shots.
Listen, Natasha make you feel so great about yourself. She'd be like, y'all over there looking like the regal queen. Like, yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. Her and Stephanie giving us that. Yeah,
So,
I was gonna say I love that purple lip color on her. She looks like yes. Mm-hmm.
So funny, right? Because I have tons of these lip colors. So I don't normally shout brands out, but the Sephora brand lip stain is everything, right?
I love me some Sephora.
They're honestly, like, for me, they're reasonably priced, because I want to say they're like $12, $14,
mm-hmm.
right? So they're reasonably priced. You're not going in there and, $27 later. So they're really matte for real. Like, I bought some
smell
stuff.
Good.
I bought some stuff. I don't be smelling it, but maybe. But yeah, so I have so many of them, but I don't usually do these dark colors, right? Because I always kind of felt like it's clashed against my skin tone and stuff.
Your skin tone looks good in any color.
So, but that is something that I learned over the years, is that you can pull off different shades and things like that. So
every color works for everyone. You just need to find the right shade of that color for your skin tone.
I agree with that. So I have tons and tons and tons. I probably have almost every color that they have. And when they make new ones, I just like, oh my gosh, I need to try
but next time when you're putting it on, smell it. I know MAC used to always smell like baby aspirin to me. I'm just gonna sip tea.
Girl, so let me tell you how I am such a one application lip applier, right? I'm probably gonna apply it once I've eaten it off, it's come off on the glass. I'm probably not reapplying it. That's just me. Don't ask me what I like lip color. I'm just not one of those people who gonna be pulling out my mirror all day, refreshing my lip. So, and then
lipstick, I gotta make sure I keep checking. Let me pull out my phone, make sure we take a picture. Wait a minute. Let me get my lipstick.
I'm gonna take the picture and half the lipstick gonna be off, and you're gonna be like, and then I'll be afterwards like, why didn't you tell me?
Mm-mm.
So thank you, everybody, for liking. And look, I got on a little color in my thing here. So
I see that. I thought you were, going all Halloween on me too. I saw the black and purple, and I was like,
is it Halloweenish?
Yes. Oh, ow! I said, okay.
I might have to put this on and go trick or treating. Trick or treat. Rub my feet.
Give me something
good to eat.
or drink.
All that. Double shots. Trick or treat. So
right.
Yeah, I might have to pull this out and go trick or treat now that you said that. Mm-hmm.
What's your G baby gonna be for Halloween? Are they gonna put her in a little cute costume? Because I could eat babies up at Halloween and they're cute little
You
Halloween
can eat babies
costumes.
up any day of the week. You're just such a baby person.
I know, but in Halloween, oh my gosh, some of these kids are just too cute. My nephew is going to be Blue's Clues, and they sent me a picture of him Oh, it's so
Look at her face. Look at.
I am so excited to see all these little kids and cute little.
And she not even faking. She be like that about strangers' kids in the mall.
Because kids are so cute. You know how people get about puppies? I get that way about kids.
Yes, she does. My G baby, they have a family costume.
Oh, I love it.
So
I love it.
I'll wait until I get pictures and then I'll share.
Okay, I'll wait. I can wait till Halloween. And everyone you all just start. Look, tag me in your pictures. I care. Like, I want to see your babies in Halloween costumes. They're so cute.
Tag her.
Yeah. I'm okay with looking. I'm like, oh, they're so cute.
So yes. So it is. You know what? I almost forgot it's almost Halloween. Halloween's on a Sunday, so it gets real funky when Halloween's on a Sunday because sometimes people are like, oh, you can't do Halloween on a Sunday, whatever. I don't know. I'm planning to go to brunch on Sunday.
I'm gonna be at work in a costume,
and then I might go trick or treating.
But ain't that what you're doing at brunch?
After brunch.
Pull up to the bar. Trick or treat. Double shots of Class A Azul.
Have my handbag out.
Right. I'm all for that. People should have mini bottles of liquor.
Yes. And unfortunately, Class A does not come in miniature bottles, but I would take that.
But look, give me a split. Just throw that champagne up in here. Come on. Drop it in the bag.
Don't be stingy.
Really nice neighborhoods where they got the full bottles versus the little bottles. Halloween just needs an overhaul. Okay,
Jackie says she's going to a birthday dinner on Halloween.
Okay.
So guys, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is Sippin' and Soul Speak. Come on in, drop your heart emojis if you are joining us live. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. And then tell us what it is that you're sipping on. So I have Clase Azul. She over there drinking tea. And we have water. We have beet juice. We have Ryan didn't come back. So we got a number of things going on in the Sippin' and Soul
Double
Speak.
checking what everyone's drinking. We've got a lot of waters. It must have been a rough week last weekend. A rough week when everyone's drinking.
It might be a rough week this week. Everybody like, listen, Linda. I'm trying to get over.
I had a lot of champagne this weekend.
Did you? What were you doing?
I had brunch. It's a girlfriend's birthday brunch, and it was a lot of champagne. I had to sleep before I can go home. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was a lot but that's why I'm drinking tea.
You still recovering? Okay.
And then it's Halloween. I don't have any plans, but the week is still young. It is just hot day.
So, it's almost Halloween, and it's the first Halloween after the pandemic started. So I don't even know how that's gonna look, because
second,
I know. Well, ain't nobody go trick or treating last year. I know.
No.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like, possibly people are gonna trick or treat. I wouldn't send my kids trick or treating. That's just me.
Mm-mm. No. But you know what? Remember when we were younger and you only got candy Easter, Valentine's Day, Halloween, and Christmas, and occasionally you got a little bit of candy in a loot bag at a birthday party?
Occasionally? What birthday parties you went to that didn't have candy in the bags?
No, not that they didn't have candy. You didn't get loads of candy. You got a few items of candy. Now,
yeah, we used to stop at the corner store on the way to school and buy candy.
Well, yeah, I think that too. I think I did that too. But you know, you didn't end up with like
That was a whole thing. You had to stop at the corner store. You got you some Jolly Rancher sticks. We got some Wise potato chips, and we got our asses on the bus and went to school.
I always got Doritos. Don't ask me why I needed Doritos, like, and now laters.
I don't even remember them having Doritos. I remember cheese doodles and the Wise chips.
Well, you know what? We didn't. We were more Utz. We were Utz type chips than Wise.
Because down here, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cherie said they got the lemon heads, and she said there was a candy house on every block with the in different communities. In different communities, they call them something different, right? Y'all, those squeeze cups. They're frozen. They're frozen Kool-Aid.
Yeah, like the Italian ices.
No, not Italian ices. Frozen Kool-Aid.
See, we didn't buy those. We just made those in our house.
Well, what did y'all call them?
Ice pops, just
Kool-Aid. Oh, we called them squeeze cups.
Oh, really?
Because you used to squeeze the cup to get it out.
Oh, we would always put sticks in ours, like little popsicle sticks.
Are y'all fancy? No.
And you take them out and you have a little, it'd be like a little Dixie cup size. That's too small if you really be wanting it, but.
You know, you were fancy. We ain't had no popsicle sticks. So squeeze the cup, the ice pop up, and you just.
Yeah, nostalgia, all the good things that I used to love.
Okay, I hear ice scrapers. I hear frozen cups. So we got squeeze cups, and she was fancy. She made her the whole popsicle. So yeah, guys. So yes, it is. It's almost time for Halloween. I'm not a big Halloween person, so I don't normally do costumes and get dressed up for Halloween.
You see, I was raised in a very religious household, right? So we were never allowed, like we never really did spooky anything, you know? But you can always dress up as fun things. So we would do fun things, and I still do that to this day where I dress up as fun characters. Yeah.
So what you gonna be on Halloween at work?
Well, at work tomorrow, because we're having Halloween stuff and passing out candy to my students, I'm Christopher Robin, and I have a stuffed bear that's gonna be Winnie the Pooh. My honey pot is drying as we speak.
My honey pot. We ain't gonna talk about my honey pot on the Sippin and Soul Speak.
We're not talking about them honey pots. But my jar of honey.
That either.
I'm gonna leave that all alone. I'm gonna be Christopher Robin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm excited. You know, a really popular story in the library. That would be cute. And I'm gonna have notes on them so the students remember, don't eat in the library. Take that out. Take that outside the library. Or eat in the library.
I'm still stuck on Christopher Robin, but do you, boo?
I don't want to eat Piglet. It's gonna be too hot. You know, sometimes you get to a certain age, you need things that are going to be breezy.
You should have been Tarzan then.
Christopher Robin wears shorts.
You should have been Tarzan.
Oh no, I couldn't go to work like that.
I'm just saying.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And I may get jazzy and do something different on Sunday.
I'm scared. Don't
be scared. It's not gonna be spooky. It's gonna be fun.
You Christopher Robin though.
The year before the pandemic, I was Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek, and I made the stuffed animal Spock. It was cute.
I'm sure.
It was cute and fun.
I'm gonna be the mindset makeover maiden.
So that's what I should have been. I should have dressed up as you.
You should have been the party diva. So, all right. So yes. And Halloween is coming up. If you got a special costume, if y'all going out trick or treating, I don't know what y'all do. I might trick or treat. So Yeah, it's almost Halloween. It's Sippin' and Soul Speak. If you're joining us live, make sure that you drop your heart emojis down below. Make sure that you tell us what you're sipping
Tell us what
on.
you're sipping on.
Because we need to know, we need to know, we need to know. And I see some other people have joined us. I think I see April in the house. I see, I don't know. I can't tell all the folks who are in the house, but it is so I love this time of year
Yes.
because when I like it when that weather is nice and crisp in the morning, then it warms up a little bit in the afternoon, then it kind of chills out in the evening. I love it. It's hoodie weather, it's cozy weather, and it's cuffing season.
All right, April. Hey, she drinking water too. Another one for the water.
Yes, yes. So I do have water, guys. So I do have some water. But I'm having my double shot of Clase Azul for all the people who want to know what I'm drinking. And the leaves are starting to change here. So I don't know if you've noticed that. So I'm in the DMV and the leaves have started to slightly change. So I'm thinking in the next week and a half, it's gonna have some beautiful sights and a lot of things going on. I know last week we were talking about rebranding, right? Um, and I find it so interesting that I put out the the dopest branding masterclass, right? Is available online, and so a lot of people are like, oh yeah. So like they didn't really, that I don't have a business. You are your brand.
Yes.
So just a note, just a side note, you are your brand.
You're always selling yourself, whether you think you are or not.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
And
Whether you are
people that don't brand, other people brand them.
That's true. Very, very true. If you don't brand yourself, other people will brand you. People will try to give you things that you don't necessarily want. Yep. So
and that's not I'm gonna drive the bus for my brand. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the leader of this ship. I am the captain, and I am defining my brand, who I am, and what I want to represent. And I think that's really, really, really important. Because I think it's important too to just be able to show up as your authentic self. Because so many times we're over here faking and being somebody else, right? And I was listening to an audio book, and they talk about the imposter syndrome, which has become a very popular term. It's really something that was coined a while back. I want to say like in the late 70s. There was a research that was done and they came up with this imposter syndrome, which they say normally mostly impacts women and high achieving people, right? Where people just think that they're not as good as they actually are. They feel like they're a fraud, they're a fake, and things like that. And and we've talked about this on Sippin' and Soul Speak before. It's been a while ago, but I feel like it impacts those marginalized communities more because we're marginalized, right? We're told that we're not as great, and we're supposed to stay in these categories and in these lanes, and this is your lane. If you're a woman, you're supposed to be domestic, and you're supposed to be this and that and the other thing. And so those lanes have been defined for us. And then when we're kind of stepping outside of those lanes and we're actually pretty good at it, we start to doubt ourselves.
Right.
Because we've been told, and it's been ingrained in us that, hey, this not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to
Right.
be over here birthing babies and burping babies. So, um, so yeah, that is, defining who you are, um, is really, really important so that we can show up as our real dope selves.
Right.
And I think we just don't always do that, right? We are, on the job, we're being this person. In our relationship, we might be somebody else. Sometimes you can lose who you are.
You are. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't go in listening to my Bone Thug, because I pull up at the work and they hear me bumping whatever I'm bumping, and people gonna be looking at me and they're gonna think differently of me. I think we need to figure out how to do us.
Yeah.
And I think we need to also create environments where people can do them and be
Yeah.
themselves. It's all about acceptance and all that good stuff. I really do feel that way.
Yeah. I think a lot of times for women, we are raised apologetic, like to apologize for taking up space, and men are not always, raised like that. So sometimes when we're doing good, we think maybe, well, I know as a Black woman, sometimes you think what you do is a fluke. Like, no, like you're just waiting for, Dorothy to pull the curtain back and realize, like, wait, I'm just a man moving, the Oz, you're just waiting for that moment, because of the way you're raised, because of the way other people have placed you in a box. And that has, once again, with your branding, nothing to do with you. Their version, that's because basically their version of who you are, it is not necessarily who you are. Like people who are from small towns, who stay in small towns, they're labeled one way when they're younger, and they never really get to be anyone different, but when you let go away and you come back, you come back a changed person, and people have to readapt to the you that is now before them. And that's very hard to do when you're amongst it and in it, to change who you are, because the people closest to you, um, feel they know you, and that's not the real you, because you know what I'm saying, they think that's not the real you, but they don't know what goes in your head and your heart and things like that to know, no, this is always who I am. I've always been this person. It was just hard to relay it with all the other voices around. Let's say I'm the baby of six. You guys have told me who I was. Oh, you're this, you're that. I'm not the baby of six. I'm just an example. But people, you're raised with people telling you who you are. If you're in middle school, you're the this, you're the that. This is an example, and it made me think of this. I heard the song the other day, Adina Howard, and she had the song Freak Like Me. Isn't that the name of the song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that song came out, and there were people that went to school with her. Oh, she's a phony. When she was in school, she was this, she was quiet, she was this. And I'm just sitting here like, well, she shouldn't have been singing none of that while she was young in school. So why would she run around telling you, be a freak like me? You know, then second, you have to think, just because because parents set parameters while you live in their household. And once you no longer live in their household, you can do things the way you wanted to do them. And that often changes a lot about who you are. And I was just sitting there like, the song came on the other day, which is why I thought of it. And I'm just like, I remember them telling her she was a fraud because she was singing a very freaky and suggestive song. And I'm like, you don't know her. You knew her. You don't know her. So how do you know that she hasn't changed, that she hasn't become liberated from whatever box you placed her in and decided, this is me? I have always been, everyone knows I'm going through some things right now. And I've always been the overly nice, the overly, giving. Let me go out of my way and make someone else's day really great, even if it puts my day, a little back. And I had to, Delacey knows, she's been working with me on this, where I got to a point where I'm like, I don't think nice people win, and I had to really think about the things that I like about myself, the things that I'd love to change about myself. And it came down to, I really like that about myself. I really like that I am overly happy, that I am overly optimistic, that I really want to see someone have a good day. Like that is who I am. And I think people assume that that's a weakness, and they label me like, oh, she's weak. She's going to let people walk over her. When I have decided to view it as a strength. Do you know how strong it is for me to know you do me dirty and smile every day at you? That's strength to me. Because if I was weak, you'd have got that business. And I'm not in that game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, I however you choose to look at it, because I promise you, I don't see it as a weakness if you get in the business.
what I'm saying is, like,
the deserved business.
Right. Well, yeah, but a lot of times, once again, it's all in. If you aren't branding yourself, people are telling the world who you are. And sometimes when people do you dirty, if they have the louder voice and they're telling the world who you are and what you did, the world doesn't always know why you did it. You fall back and just be like, whatever, but they don't know what went on behind closed doors to really put you there. People that know me know me. You know what I'm saying? And if someone has something ill to say about me, the first thing, if you know me, you should question, what did you do? Because she always gonna hold somebody down. What did you do? So for me, I have to remember, I'm the one telling my story. You could tell your version of whatever story you want, but when it comes to me and my brand, this is who I am. This is who I like to be. And you don't get to tell me that I'm somebody else because I don't do it your way, and that was part of
Facts.
your brand thing, like I spent a lot of the week just toying around with that, because I am an entrepreneur, and yes, I'm Party Diva, I'm my brand, but I also, as a person, I know who I am. I've always loved my attitude. I've always loved that. There are some things I want to change. That's not one of them. And I need to make sure people understand that's clear. I'm not weak because just because I don't say nothing don't mean I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think that I think you're absolutely right. As long as you are walking in it and it resonates with you.
Right.
And that's what matters, right? For your brand, it's so funny because Tammy and I are so different and similar at the same time. And we've talked about this a lot, right? So you have to kind of work out what works for you. Mm-hmm. And a lot of and here's my other thing, right? So you said something that I found very interesting, right? Like, other people don't get to determine your brand. And that's so true. They don't get to determine who you are, right? Because you are your brand.
Right.
They don't get to determine who you are. Now, they can have their opinions about it. They can think that the complete opposite, right? That's perfectly fine. Because guess what? Now, they are not your audience.
Say that again for the people in the back.
So those people who your brand doesn't resonate with, they're not your audience.
Exactly.
Again, we are very different, mm-hmm. right? I'm more, I like to have a good time. I do. I have, and I do. I have a good time, guys. I enjoy a good time. I'm not the smiley, cheery, tickle your baby in the lobby of the hotel person. That's her. That's not me. All right. If it's my baby, if it's a baby that's related to me, if it's my friend's baby, I'll call up my because my G baby is not local to me, right? So I gotta hop a plane to go see my G baby, which I would and do often. However, like my little cousin has baby, I'd be like, bring that baby over here. And I love on the baby when she's here, and I have a good time with her, and I send her home with her parents. She is gushing over random babies in airports, hotel lobbies, restaurants. That's not me.
They make me happy.
And so, and that is perfectly fine, right? We are different in that regard. I don't dislike babies. I actually love babies. I just want to be bothered with them when I want to be bothered with them. So I think that who you are, you get to be. You don't have to authentically off the rip. Like, you get to be who you are. And as long as it resonates with you, in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. And I feel like the other thing is because there's a level of intention, right? Who you intend to be. Because a lot of people out here faking.
Yeah.
Right? It just is. A lot of people out here faking. They're faking like they're awesome and they're great and and they're bitter and they're burnt and they're angry and they're hurting other people, right? And so I feel like if your intentions are bound in good, then yes, authentically be you. I think that when you are intentionally an asshole, if you are intentionally a jerk, if you are intentionally a troll, I don't have no use for that. I don't want you to authentically be that.
But that is some people's brand.
It is, but
Ask
I don't
Ye.
find.
Ye? Is it Ye or Ye? Is it, what is it now? Kanye, he changed his name. Is it Ye or Ye?
Child, I don't follow him. He done lost his mind.
No, but I'm saying, but honestly, that's his brand. If somebody told me he did a jerk thing, that's on brand. That is on brand. For him, that is on brand.
Like what though? Because I think he got some other issues going on that I don't think he actually has control of.
I know he has some other issues, but he was a jerk long before this. He's always been, little self-absorbed. I think he's got some mental issues happening, but some people could have mental issues and be a jerk if they were not with mental issues.
But it's funny though, because there is an audience for that. There are people out here who love that. They love the drama.
They love the trolling. Like, I cannot imagine going on the internet, because people do this, and telling somebody something bad about themselves. Like, oh, where's your life that's what you want to do?
You know what I think is so funny, right? I do think, because, we are the internet age and the age of social media, and hence Sippin and Soul Speak is right here on Facebook Live, right? And I think that it's so interesting that people post stuff and ask for feedback, but when it's not the feedback that they want, they act like the person who's giving the feedback that's different than what they wanted is a crazy person. It's like, what? You asked a question and people
start answering. But there are also people who get on the internet and like just say, hey, you guys, today is Tuesday and I'm so happy, such and such, and then someone says, yeah, you're fat and ugly. Oh, well, dang, that was unnecessary. But there are people that sit around and that's what they do.
Yeah, I call that internet thugging, Because some people that do stuff like that, I know you in real life. You ain't never had a fight. You ain't gonna never be in a fight. If you get in a fight, you gonna lose.
That is so, but even like that is just who wakes up to mess somebody else's day up? Like, did you plan on that? Like when you got up this morning, you're like, how many people can I really bother? Like what goes through people's heads? Like,
I think that, you know, the people that do that hurt people.
yeah.
And so a lot of the times those types of people are hurting, they are bitter, and they want to inflict the same level of pain that they have endured on other people, right? And so, and sometimes they don't know any better, right? Or they, I don't want to say better, they don't know any different. Like this is, you know, because the other thing that I find with that, and it drives me crazy, is that people are like, well, I'm just being honest. Honesty and asshole are not
The same thing.
exclusive of each other. You could be an honest asshole. Just because you're telling the truth, right? If I'm fat and you tell me that I'm fat, you could be telling me the truth. However, you could also be an asshole, but it's true.
But,
okay.
But first of all, if I'm fat, you don't think I ain't know that before you told that to me?
Some people don't.
I'm a whole 49-year-old woman. I know I got some extra pounds on
Ma'am,
me. You telling me that?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you that I submit to you that some people don't know.
I don't need you telling me. Thank you.
Yes, brutal honesty. Kelly said, I dislike the cruelty under the guise of being brutally honest.
Yeah, if I could be honest.
If somebody tells me that they're brutally honest, why does honesty have to be brutal? It shouldn't. There's a thing called tact. There's a thing called, you know, there's a thing called consideration, right? Sometimes you have to consider who you're talking to. Right?
And if you don't know them well enough, then maybe you shouldn't be brutally honest with them.
And you could know them well enough, but if you know them well enough, maybe you know that they don't care. Whether you tell them the truth or not. They think they look hot and, you know, carry on.
I think that's also in the we know them so well that we think they think this way, but you really don't know. When people close that door and they're behind, you know, when they're by themselves at night, what keeps people awake? It's just not nice.
Tammy definitely has a thing about being nice.
Yeah, like be kind. Like life is hard already. We don't need you to add on nothing to nobody's life.
And my thing is, I look at the intention behind it too.
Mm-hmm. Because you are very, what was her intention? Well, she didn't intend for it to be given that way. So you are an intention person.
Yeah. So I do, you could say some crazy ass shit to me, like straight up. And I'm like, and Tammy and I had this conversation one day, and I just put it out in my email that I sent out today. So if you're not signed up, go to dopeonpurpose.com and sign up for the emails, because I share different tidbits in there. But right. I talk about, you know, it's almost the 1 year anniversary of Sippin and Soul Speak. I talked about how we got started, what we're doing, and all of that stuff, right? But I had a person who was basically every week shaming me because I have braces. And the funny thing
is that was me. That's me. That's not nice to say.
And I'm sitting back like, but I have them now. Like there's nothing I can do. So but the thing was that I knew that their intentions were not to be hurtful. I knew they weren't coming from a place of being mean. And I'm done with her face right now. I knew that wasn't their intention, because I knew that person, and I knew their heart wasn't about we're trying to be mean. But at the point that you continue to say something that I've told you, number one, I don't care. Number two, there's nothing I can do about it. At that point, whatever your intentions are, you're just disrespectful. Go on, I'm listening.
I needed,
because your face is saying 900 things.
Because yes, it's honest. Thank you for your honesty. Was it necessary? No. No, it wasn't necessary. Thank you. Thank you.
But I just, people just, the whole Lizzo thing. People still talking about that last outfit situation.
The purple one?
Was it purple, blue? I don't know.
Well, purple or blue, like the meshy one?
Yes.
It looked cheap. I don't have no problem with you wearing whatever you want to wear, but when they were comparing it to Rihanna's in gold or white, it looked elegant and statuesque. It looked like a deity. And purple.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like if hers was in a different color, it would have looked better on her?
If whatever look she was going for, I'm not big on the whole sheer show your body type
like
thing.
This.
No, like head to toe, like, hello, I've got a sheer shirt on too. And, and I am also a person, like whatever floats your boat. I'm a person who never really showed my stomach. When I was, girl, if you know that you're going to get bigger, show your stomach now. Back in the day, I never did. It was just something like, I'm not wearing a bikini. People don't really see me. I don't, so for me, it's hard for me to judge when someone steps out with something. You girl, if you got the power to go that, I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And there's some dude that looks at her and be like, oh, that's what I needed to see today. Whatever, that works for you. I don't think I want to see that at the Walmart or the Target, but on a red carpet, wear whatever you want to wear. It ain't for real. For me, I just think some things, everything ain't for everywhere, but I have rules.
I'll say this. Everything ain't for everywhere and everything ain't for everybody. And so, but people were mean about it. However, I did, I read a couple of the articles and people were like, oh, she was, I guess she had a meltdown behind the comments or whatever.
Kelly had to go Google the dress.
Like she knew, this is not the first time that the internet has come for her. She already knew that they were going to come for her. And she chose that. So like I can't always be concerned. My brand is my brand and my audience gets my brand. If I say be dope because you are, somebody that I know gonna say dope on purpose. Hands down, period. Right? Because they follow me. If I say be dope and somebody who may not follow my brand, if they're my people, if they're my audience, they're gonna understand what the word dope means. I had that situation where I was in a course, and I may have talked about this recently, but they didn't understand the word dope. They literally thought I was talking about being on drugs. And I was like, what? They're like, so are you like doing like rehabilitation work? Like, no, bitch, I'm not. And so, I'm not for everybody. I'm not for, and none of us should be. We have our own audience. We have our own people. We have our own style. We have our own brand that resonates with people. There's some things that other people pull off, and I'm just like, oh, I love that on you. On you. I probably wouldn't do that, but it looks amazing on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
My
that's why
son
I think that's the
dresses
difference.
crazy. My son will wear some things, and I'll even be at the store, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this would look so good on him. And I'll buy him something. But my husband, the things my son wears, if I ever pull that out for my husband, I'd be like, that's not on brand for him. That is not on brand for him. But my
Your
son,
son don't dress crazy though.
pardon me?
Your son does not dress crazy.
My son does at times dress crazy. My son has worn a silver one-piece jumpsuit. Yeah, he's 6'4", y'all, all legs. And it was when he was younger, but he's always
I think that he put, so this is about Brandon.
There are some things that he wears that
I think that whatever he pulls off, like he kind of has that eclectic style about him that I feel like whatever he pulls off, it is uniquely him. The boy just dyed his hair blue and he pulled that shit off. He went to a party with a freaking wig thing on and he did that. Like I was standing clapping in my own house. Like, yes.
right.
Like that. Yeah.
But he knows his brand. He is his brand. And there are some people, why do you have that on? Why are you in
the white boots? I love. That's his thing.
Right. But
he don't care what time of year it is. He gonna have on some white boots.
Right. But like watching him progress from a child up to this, we've had some interesting adventures in the clothing aspect. I have always loved it because I'm always the person, you can't tell kids not to be a leader and not a follower. And then when they lead and they're the only one going down that path, you can't be mad at them because that's what you asked them to do. So I've always been behind, you do you as long as you are kind, do you.
Yeah, you do you as long as your whole ass ain't out. That was me. You do you, just don't go put something. No.
Yeah. Well, I hope that
as long as it was my time to police the nanas, they were being policed. We not doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Like there were times they had to go back to their room and change. But
no.
But also it was more so you not wearing at the church with me. No, not the church. Go up there and put something else on. Do that another day. Not, or you're gonna have to go by my job today. You're not wearing that. No. I remember he showed up with Maya to Maya's cotillion with teal hair. And my daughter had hunter green hair for her senior pictures. You know what? Your kids gonna see these pictures. Take that. Take it. But they're very in tune with who they are. And
Stephanie said I just laughed out loud and snorted.
Who they are and who their people are. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have the same people. We don't. I respect you and your people. They're just not my people, and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think that's so true. That it is really important for diversity and inclusion is a big thing right now, right? These companies have for years now been having diversity and inclusion panels and departments and leaders and things like that. But I think that the really big thing about it is just we need to let people be who they are as long as it's not hurting someone else, right? I think offending someone else is becoming a very broad category now because people, I'm offended that she over here breathing. Like, what I am? I mean, I gotta breathe. But
how heavy are you breathing though?
I got sleep apnea. Like, so,
Oh,
but I think that sometimes we want people we need to stop projecting us on other people, right?
oh,
But and you know what? Until we get there, because everybody's not gonna stop. You do not, let me get close. You do not have to accept the projections that other people are trying to put on you. It is not your responsibility. It
right.
isn't. You don't have to own that.
Hmm.
So if someone is saying to you, you need to be like this, you got to do that or whatever, then you don't really, if it doesn't resonate with you, you need to figure out if that's really what you want to do,
You can
right?
say you
Because
been had me fucked up when you started giving instructions on my life. You can say that.
I mean, it depends on where you are and how strongly you.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
I can't even imagine you saying that
I know. I
to
know.
anybody.
I know.
Me, on the other hand, you got me fucked up for real. So
Hmm.
no, have several seats. So, but yeah, I think that we really have to, we have to be strong enough in our convictions to be our brand and to ensure that it resonates with us, because so many people out here on a fugazi shit, like for real, like people are faking jack everywhere, all day, every day. It is,
Life's too short for phony. I can't do that.
but that, like, we're so, you know keeping up appearances and things like that. Like, do you, there are, just do you, and stop. And I think where we fall into challenges is we start worrying about what other people think. That ain't my business. It ain't my business. What you think is not my business. And for real, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working on that. Not caring what.
It's not easy because our society says we need to be like this, we need to look like that, we need to behave like this in these environments and that environment, and this, we have to do this. There's different, we have to show up in church this way, we have to show up at work this way, we have to show up for our kids this way, we have to show up for our families this way. There's so many things that we're trying to show up that we end up losing ourselves, and women tend to do it a lot. Men, and especially Black men have this challenge, right? Of also having to show up in different places and different spaces as something other than who they are or who they want to be.
Be who you are, man.
So we all need to find our dope selves. We all need to be who we are and show up as that person authentically every single day. But a lot of times it's because we don't know who we are. We don't know what we represent. We don't know what we even want to stand for. And so that's when we don't represent ourselves well.
Mm-hmm.
And so